Yo guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and today I'm going to be showing you guys the best MP40 class up in Call of Duty Vanguard. It is literally a two-shot MP40 class. It's absolutely insane. Quick before we do jump into the video, if you are new around, be sure to subscribe to the channel, notifications turn so there's any more videos on the channel. If you do enjoy it, smash the thumbs up as it helps more than you can imagine, and let me know your thoughts on this class app in the comments below. If you like these class apps and these type of videos, then let me know in the comments below. I'll be sure to do more of them as well. But I'm going to jump straight into the video. Okay guys, so I've just looked at the gameplay that I did get with MP40. I dropped over 200 kills on shipment and domination with this class, and the gameplay is fully corrupt, so I actually can't use any of the gameplay, but I'm still going to run you through the attachments and give you guys the class app anyway. The video is just going to be a lot shorter than it was going to be, and that's just because this gun is genuinely just that good. I can't not share this class with you because it's genuinely so broken. The first attachment we are going to go for is going to be the F8 stabilizer on the muzzle, so increase the accuracy and the damage range. You do slightly lose the sprint to fire speed and the hip fire accuracy, but we will build this back up in a couple of the other attachments. This is just going to help you be able to beam your opponents from a little bit further away, with it being an SMG anyway. On the barrel, we're going to go for the KRAUSNIK 3.17mm 04B, which is going to increase the accuracy and the controllability of the gun, and it's going to reduce the scope sway and the gun bop. So when you're running, the gun's not going to bop up and down. It's going to stay very central. It's going to stay very easy to hit your opponent. So whilst you are sprinting around and you are trying to go on this mad spree of killing everyone, you are going to have to do this nice and easy while getting around the map as well. Again, it's going to take away from the sprint to fire speed and hip fire accuracy, but like I say, we are going to boost this in some of the other attachments. When it comes to the optic, this one is purely down to whichever optic you guys like. I know some people like this first optic. I personally like the SLATE reflector. I know some people will come down and put the Mark III reflector on, so it's entirely up to you. Whichever sight you guys like to run, whichever one suits you best is what you are going to go for on this one. Like I said, I personally go for the SLATE reflector. I just like how it looks. I like how clean it is. It doesn't take too much of the screen, and it's very easy to see around each little pillar on the side, so you're not going to get caught out. There's not going to be someone stood behind a part of the scope and you're not going to see them and they kill you nice and easily. You can clearly see everyone and everything that you are looking at, which makes it very good. Then guys, in terms of the stock, we're going to go for the KRAUSNIK 33mm fold-in. The reason for this is, again, it's going to increase that sprint to it's going to increase the sprint to fire speed. Some of that sprint to fire speed that we have lost in the previous attachments is now going to boost us back up to where it was at stock, and it's also increased the movement speed, which is obviously what you want with an SMG. When you're flying around the map, you want to be able to get around the map nicely, have that good mobility, have that good sprint to fire time, have that good movement speed, and it's just going to really help you get around the map, take people out the game. It is going to take away a little bit from the initial recoil and the accuracy of the gun, but you're not going to notice this too much because the MP40 doesn't have a lot of recoil anyway, and it's very easy to control. So in terms of the underbarrel, guys, I go for the CARVER FOREGRIP, which has increased the recoil control by 2, and it's also increased that hip fire accuracy. Having good hip fire accuracy for me with an SMG is very key, because I like to get up close and I like to hip fire people, because you don't waste that extra second trying to ADS. You can literally take your opponent out of the game by the time they have literally got their gun up and they have started ADSing at you. So I go for the CARVER FOREGRIP. It's going to increase that recoil control, making it a lot easier to control the gun, but it's also going to increase that hip fire accuracy. So when you are really up close, you can hip fire very well. It's going to, all the bullets are going to hit, they're going to connect, and it means your opponent isn't about to take you out of the game, because you're going to be literally hip firing them, killing them before they've even got their sights up on you, and it's going to make it very easy to take them out of the game. So in terms of the magazine, we're going for the 9mm 64 round drum, and the reason we go for this is because 1, the damage is just really good on it, 2, it's the biggest magazine you can have on it, and 3, it's just, why would you not go for the biggest magazine when it doesn't take away from any of the damage either? So definitely recommend going for this one. 64 rounds makes it very easy. You can literally wipe the entire team from spawn if you manage to get them to a spawn trap or anything like that, and it's just so good. This whole class with this magazine, everything in general, is just such a good class app. Like I said, it's literally a two-shot MP40 class in Vanguard, and it's actually insane. Obviously, the more bullets you've got, the better, because it means you can just take one. You are going to have to reload at some point, but you can have a lot better chance of getting out of a situation with 64 bullets in a magazine rather than like 24 or 32. So we go for the 64 round drums on here, with the ammo type being the frangible one. The reason we go for the frangible one is it delays the enemy healing, and it also slows them down if you do hit them in the leg. So if your shot isn't quite chest or headshot, and you are end up hitting them in the legs, it's going to slow your opponent down. They're not going to heal up very quickly, so it makes it very good, because it puts you in a much better position to go finish them off, because by the time they get behind a corner or something, for example, by the time you've chowed them, they've not actually healed back up again, so you've got a much better chance of winning that gunfight. Because you're on full health, you already know they're weak anyway, so it's only going to take a couple more bullets. Well, it shouldn't even really take more than a couple more bullets, because it's a two-shot MP40 class. But say, for example, you're shooting them at range, it is going to take a couple more bullets than 2 anyway. So if you're going to jump around that corner, you know they're weak, you know we're going to take them out of the game very easily. In terms of the rear grip, we are going to go for the fabric grip, which increases the ADS speed, the sprint to fire time, and the hip fire recoil recovery. So what this basically means is, obviously, it's good ADS speed. The better your ADS speed, obviously, the faster you can get your sights up, the faster you're going to start shooting at someone. Having an increase in sprint to fire speed is obviously massive with an SMG, because you'll be running around the map And then as soon as obviously you stop sprinting and you do see an opponent, you want to be able to fire that gun as fast as you possibly can at your opponent and start taking them out of the game. And the hip fire recoil recovery is a really good attachment. I've only noticed this recently, and the reason basically what this does is if you see someone, and like I said, if you're up close to someone and you start hip firing whilst you're bringing up your sight, so you're hip firing and then you're slowly going into an ADS, when you do get to ADS, the recoil isn't already going to be going up all over the place. It's going to start from the standard recoil pattern when you do actually ADS. So it's going to be a little bit of recoil, and then the recoil is going to die off as soon as you are ADS, because it's going to have this hip fire recoil recovery attachment on it, making it a lot easier to start hitting your opponent. So you're going to have them weak from hip firing, and by the time you've got your sights up, it's going to take 1 bullet, 2 bullets, and it's going to take them out of the game very, very easily. In terms of the proficiency, we are going to go for the momentum one, which is going to increase the movement speed after kills. Like I said, if you're flying around the map, if you are trying to get high kill games, you're trying to go bang, 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 get everyone that you can. When you get that kill, you got that better movement speed. It's going to get you out of that situation, which is really good on some of the smaller maps like Shipment, Das Haus, because it means when you do get that kill, you've got that added sprint or that added speed after the kill. So what you're going to have to do is actually get rounded behind a corner, get into cover if you are a little bit weak, stim up, and get back into the gunfight again once you are ready to go again. So it can really get you out of some dodgy situations, but it can also improve your fluidity through the map. If you're going on a spree, and if you guys are someone that drops high kill games quite often, you'll know it all comes down to fluidity and how well you're playing and just how well the game's flowing. If it's bouncing, if you're getting kill, it's going to go really well. Whereas if you get a couple of kills and die, it becomes a lot harder. So having that momentum proficiency on for that extra speed and just getting in and out of situations is much, much better. And then in terms of the kit, guys, we are going to go for fully loaded. The reason we go for fully loaded is just going to give us the max amount of ammo that we can have, meaning we can run some of the other field upgrades. For example, I like to run the drop dead one, so if I get on like a 9 kill streak, I can pop that. I know I'm going to get dogs in the next streak, and probably the advanced UAV as well, which makes it a lot easier to get through your kill streaks, putting you in a much better position. If you got an advanced and then you're ready to go on a streak again, you then got an advanced UAV up in the air. It's very easy to go and get streaked up. You can probably drop a V2 after that. So we're going to go for the fully loaded, and here is the full class app, guys. If you are going to use this, let me know in the comments below, and if you aren't already subscribed to the channel, notifications turn on, please make sure you're going to do this. I'm sorry I couldn't show you any gameplay because the gameplay is all corrupt. I would go and play a game right now, but I don't have time, so I thought I'd still bring you the class because it's just genuinely that broken, and I think a lot of you guys are going to use this. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. If you have, smash thumbs up. If you want to see me do the camo grind live over on Twitch, link is in my description. Go check that out. I appreciate you guys watching. Catch you on the next one in a bit.